Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to my Minecraft Let's Play. Now, since last time, I nipped back to the end, and I got myself a second Elytra. Now, the reason for that is that if I ever die and lose my current Elytra, like in lava, or that it despawns, or something terrible, I've got another one that I can go and get more with, because walking around looking for an end city took 2 hours. I flew to one and found one in 5 minutes. So it's so much better when you're flying to find more. So I've got one there, keep it safe, jobs are good. So today what are we going to be doing? Well, we're actually going to be working on the Sky Fortress. So up here behind me at the top there, oh yeah, also I nipped to a nearby jungle biome and got some bamboo. So yeah, we've got the landing room. And then the next thing I want to do is the XP farm. And you may be able to see a little tiny tower in the sky over there. We're going to be going over there and putting the XP farm up there. It's going to be mainly a mob farm with the option to have XP. We'll crack on and I'll show you how it's done and all about it and that sort of thing. And we'll talk about why it is where it is. I've got all the equipment here that I'm going to have. We've got some bricks and stuff, and I'll explain all that soon. But before we crack on, we need to take all this up there with us. And thankfully now, due to sugar shells that we got last episode, I can make myself some sugar boxes. So let's make 6 of them. And let's dye them different colours. Now, I want a red one for redstone stuff. And then we'll just go with a nice white one. That can be like either, I don't know. We'll just get some various different colours. A nice blue one, that's a good blue. Orange is going to be quite different, and I think a yellow one might be nice. Yes, let's go with yellow. Now, I got these dyes. I just went to a nearby flowers place where there's lots of flowers, smashed them all up, and that's where most of these colours are from. And then we've got the original pink. So that will do for now. I've got a little chest here with dyes and stuff in, so I'll just dump all of this in there for now. We'll get rid of the spare chests, and we'll put the shells back in the ender chest for now. And what I'll probably do is do some sort of... Wow, these chests are really starting to fill up. I'll do some sort of sorting out. So what have we got? Well, we've got some redstone bits, and this should be enough to build the entire XP farm. So let's get our redstone shulker and just pop all of them in there. So I prepared all these bits before the episode. And let's get them all in there. And I don't think I really need much more than that. Now, the water buckets, we are going to need some water up there. So I will just quickly, I was going to say fill them up, but I forgot I can do it from here. So there we go. Now, I did temporarily lose one of my picks, but it turned out it was just in one of my chests. So that was a bit of a panic attack I had recently. And then we've got this stone here. So this stone is a collection of standard stone bricks, cracked stone and mossy stone. And it's going to make the outside of the XP farm. And the reason why I'm doing that is that I'm not yet ready to build the entire kind of tower structure thing that the XP farm's going to be inside. I'm going to be building and upgrading the aesthetics of this later. So today it's all about building the required part of the structure and getting the rest in later. So let's get another sugar box for the tower. So this is the material for the external of the tower, and I'll also need one of them. And this is the material for the internal. It's just anything I've got lying around. I've got plenty of cobblestone lying around. It doesn't matter. We're never going to see it. Okay? Don't care whether it looks good or not. It's going to be invisible, sort of. And there we go. I suppose I can keep the rest. Well, no, we'll put one more shulker down. And the entire project is now picked up, put away. We didn't use the white one. And we can just pick the entire project up and take it up there with us. So let's do that. Now, have I got any torches? I will need a torch. So it's going to be in a tower, because I said, oh, the sun's setting. Maybe I should sleep first. It's going to be in a tower, and that tower is going to house the farm towards the top. Come on, I can see the sun setting over there. And right at the top of that column of sand, there's a block up there, and that block denotes where the player will stand within the XP farm. And what I've done is I've measured it out very carefully so that you are high enough in the sky so that no mobs spawn on the ground. Now, I know that the lower you are in the world, the better the spawn rates, but it's not practical around here. Maybe later in the game we'll have a massive crater or an area where I know everything's been lit up, but for now this is going to be our best bet. And also it's there in a position so that if I'm stood up there, the dungeon beneath the fortress that has all of our farms in will still be active. So if you are too far away from crops and seeds, they will not grow. So the first thing I'm going to do is get myself up to the top here. I kind of marked it out and then I've got no way of getting up there, but I've got my Elytra now, so I can... Oh my goodness, look at that. The durability is really low because I've been flying around a little bit and I flew to go find the jungle biome. I flew to go and get the other Elytra. Right, okay, never mind. So we're just going to pop a torch under there. Oh, I love that. You can even stand underneath it. There we go. Get absolutely buried in sand. Now the downside here is that... Oh no, it isn't going to fill up my inventory. There we go. Plenty of room. So, this square is special because I've measured the distance and it's all very good. So let's get the sand back on my hotbar. I'm going to pillar up and I'll see you at the top. Right then, here we go. Let's just break that block. Come up to the final ones. And it's this block here which we need to stand on when we are doing this. Now, I can't... I'm pretty sure... Yep, there's the chiseled one. I was going to use the chiseled one as the mark. There we go. And now I'm just going to build out the farm from here. And we'll see how it goes. Now, I have built this in a testing world, so I'm going to very quickly switch over to my testing world and show you what it looks like. So it's one of the water trap repeating things. I haven't built the entire thing with a collection basement because this is all mobs. Spiders will get stuck there, so we've got some magma blocks there, and then inside here this is the player area, and I think is it here, one of these two I think it's that space there. That's the block we've just placed down in my main survival world. So you'll be stood here, so I need a square around me, and then I can start building this frame, this structure with the crusher. So, I haven't got a chest with me, but I have got the hoppers. So it's too high, and then there's some slabs and all that sort of thing. So as I'm building this, I may come backwards and forwards, and I've just got these torches here for now, but there is a redstone mechanism here with an RS Norlatch, a creeper down in that hole apparently, to put a crusher in. Just if you don't want to hit them and kill them for the XP, you can just get the items by having them crushed. And like I said, this is going to be functional today, but then later I'm going to come back and we're going to make this look absolutely amazing. So there we go, there's that bit. Now I suppose I could put down a couple of my other chests for now. There we go. Shulkers, sorry, not chests. And I'm just going to put a throwaway block here, because then that is where it then goes up by 2 there. There's a 2 gap here. So let's put a couple of blocks there. And it goes up by 2 there. And then the crusher's up here. So that then I guess we can switch to cobblestone, because then this bit in theory shouldn't be seen. There we go. And hopefully I'll be able to get loads of mobs spawning nicely. So this is under the crusher's up there, that's the height. So this is kind of like the frame for the crusher area. And I hadn't really thought about what blocks I would use in and around the crusher itself. I'm going to do most of the redstone now. I'll build up the rest of the frame and we'll see how it looks. So here's our sticky pistons. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do them on the other side as well. Yeah. It's a good job I didn't jump too far then, because I haven't built out a little platform on that side yet. Maybe I should have just built out a bit of a platform before starting to do much of anything else. But never mind. We're here now. We're working on the project. But I've certainly got all the bits I need now for this part at least. So let's just pop that there. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the other one. And on the back we're just using a bit of cobble like this. I'm just going to build this platform out as we go. It's not until I build the next layer will I know how big the platform needs to be. I suppose I could go and measure it and count it out, but that seems a little bit overkill for now. So then if I go along here... Yep, that looks okay there. Get another repeater. Pop that in there. Get the redstone dust on the top. Perfect. So now if I link up these repeaters with a bit of dust, pop a torch in, we can test the crush activation, so to speak. So I won't stand in the crusher, and we've got to pretend, well, I was going to say we've got to pretend there's blocks on the front, but we don't have to pretend. We could actually put some blocks on the front. There we go. So let's see if it crushes as expected, shall we? Redstone torch. Let's put some blocks down just to make sure that we're not interfering with our own circuit. Here will do, and torch. Okay, that's all lit up, and they've all pushed in. All 4? Let's have a look. Yep, all 4 on both sides. Crushing arms, success. Okay. So I'm just going to nip down here now and put this base in. I decided to opt for these half slabs, but I'm not going to put them in just yet because I want to get the hoppers in for the chests. So I don't have a chest at the minute, so I'll just put cobblestone down first, and we'll just have these hoppers going into those bits of cobblestone and those hoppers flowing through. So that's where our chest will go, and then we can put our half slabs on top, and the crusher is above, which you can't really see. It's kind of blended in. You know what? I like that, actually. I do like it like that. Right then, here we go. Do I make it in 2? Yeah, I can easily make it in 2. So what have I been doing? Haha. Well, I remembered that the chamber itself needs to be mainly made out of obsidian. This in case, I don't know, a creeper gets a line of sight that I'm not expecting. I don't want it to blow up everything, so hopefully, if something goes terribly wrong, this obsidian will reduce the blast to something that requires a minor cleanup. Next up, I've put in the 2 controls. So we've got push to squish, which I think works. Yep. And you can see the redstone light goes out, and then after a while they'll open up again, and I can adjust the timing on that. And I'm working on the auto repeat switch. So at the moment we've got this circuit here. So just under this cobblestone, that's where it comes from, the button, and it comes into the back of this RS NOR latch, which will latch on and latch off. That will that signal coming in from the button will cause it to latch on, and the signal will come out and go to all the pistons. That's what those redstone lines up here do. After that's happened, or whilst that's happening, should I say, this is also activated, and it goes through this repeater to delay back into the RS NOR latch to switch it back off again. I can extend or move that repeater delay however I like in order to be able to get that out. And then over here we've got a torch on the side which inverts the signal, and we've got a nice positive signal coming down here. So we'll get a sticky piston, pop it on the end of that little redstone line coming from our lever, and we'll put a block on the end. A piece of white wool will do the job. What will happen is that when we pull the lever, that will allow this oh, yeah, almost right. The repeater going into that block. That will refire the mechanism. You saw it all just tick then. The countdown's going, and then bam, it will refire over and over and over. That's the auto crush mechanism. Okay, you can see it's crushing, it's letting go, it'll let go for a while, mobs will come down, and after a little bit it'll recrush. If we turn off the auto recrush, this piston retracts, the circuit is broken, and we will not get an input into the restone latch. So don't worry too much if you don't understand what I explained there. It's essentially like 3 little circuits bunged together. But I'm quite happy with that. We need to finish the obsidian at the back here and then actually start building the actual mob spawning area platforms and the activation for all that as well. So let's just nip up here, use the redstone to come round, and I think if we just pop 1 layer of obsidian round like this, then we're looking good. I'm not going to drop in there because I won't be able to get out unless I use a rocket. And we need just 1 more lot of obsidian there. So we can see into the chamber. We can change these. We can't change into obsidian because you can't push an obsidian with a piston. But yeah, it's looking good. So that is actually the base done. Unless I want to change the timings of the repeater circuit. It's functional, the chamber's there, so now it's time to build the basin above that. Okay, so here we go. It's time now to build the catchment area above the killing chamber, and we do that. I want to get on top of here without dying by adding some fence gates like that around the ring of what is that stuff? Magma block. I wanted to say magma cream, but I know I wasn't there. Alright, let's put the bits back we don't need there. And I knocked a bit of the wall out accidentally, so I don't know where that's gone. I think it's still there, but I can pop it back. There we go. We're going to need to bring a chest up at some point, but that is a low priority. So the mechanism's there. That's the height of the base. And we can start filling in the cobblestone around there. Now I need a temporary way up. I don't want to use my rockets too much because I am relatively low on gunpowder, which is one of the main reasons we're building this. Now we already do have a sugarcane farm, so we're all, is it sugar? Yeah, so we're all right for paper and stuff. It's just the other thing. So. Here we go. So this is going to be kind of like the edge of the collection basin. And we're going to build all this in cobblestone because nobody is ever going to see this after it's built and encased in the outer wall. And I've got plenty of cobblestone at the moment. Now there may become a time where I start to run out of cobblestone. But we'll see when that might happen. So I've run out of cobblestone, but like not ran out. I just need to pick up some more. No. Nope. There we go. Got a few stacks with me this time. Up our temporary staircase. Ooh, temporary staircase. There we go. So I'm just going to put a lip on this one round the edge right now. And then we're going to work on the first kind of level above this. And work out how big it's going to be and where it's going to sit. Because when I made it last time, I decided I was going to shift it all over by 1. So it's not like I can measure the one in the testing world because it's actually out. I mean, I could account for that, but I'd rather just sort it. So, all the mobs need to drop down. There needs to be 2 height for mobs to be able to move around under this, and then under that, that's where the platform is. And the platform, what we'll do is we'll mark the centre of the platform with, well, let's say a piece of netherrack. So the centre of the platform is going to be here, above this fence gate. Okay, so then we want all the water that's dispensed out from that point, ouch, to flood out neatly. So it'll be, well, I'm going to have to actually build myself a little platform here first. And then I can do that. So water goes out 8. That includes the block that I've put down. So it's going to be 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1 more, 7. Oh. There we go, 7. Now looking at this, that's not high enough for 1. And I think I might actually give an extra gap of space. So not only am I going to move this up 1, but I'm going to move it up another 1. So we got a nice gap of 2, and then this above that one, that's where our first spawning platform is going to be. So I'm going to build that spawning platform, and then we'll see how we go. Well, things are going quite well up there, and it's now time for me to get some scaffolding. So I'm going to smash down some of this bamboo and see if I can actually get some actual scaffolding. So hopefully I can just pop this down here, get some to replace, and we can have more grow as we go, but I don't know how much we're going to need. Be interesting to see. I don't think I've ever made bamboo before, or it's certainly not made any sort of scaffold block with the bamboo. What was I doing? I was like, on the Viewer Plus server, I've used it, but that's because somebody gave some to me when we were working on the iron farm. But nope, not here. So let's just push this through here. There we go. Oh my goodness, there's 2 more. Okay, fair enough. Right, we'll knock this extra row down that I didn't really want to do in the first place, and we'll pick them all up. I wonder if mobs can path through bamboo, because they take up a block. Be interested to keep an eye out on that. Right, will my workbench tell me how to make stuff? Scaffolding. What do I need? String! Fair enough. I bet I haven't got any string with me. Oh wait, there's 39 there. And a stack there. Right, okay. Let's make some then. 3 stacks. That is more than enough. I'll have to put some... Actually, it'd be a nice thing to keep a stack in my ender chest. No, Google, I wasn't talking to you. Be quiet. Right, so let's put some of these spare bits in these boxes, because I ain't got around to sorting that out yet. Okay, I think we're only going to need 1, maybe a little bit more than 1 stack. But let's hop back up. Now we've got our scaffolding. Am I going to make it? Yep. Yeah, I'm going to make it. So you can finally see how big this tower is going to be. And it's not going to be a square tower. It's going to be a... Is it diamond shape? Yeah, diamond shaped tower. So you can see there's like the outer wall where I've marked it, and it will come across here and then it'll go that way. It's going to follow the same sort of kind of structure, but in order to build this up, we're going to need some scaffold. So I was using stairs, and then I realised I really need scaffold. So let's come back here and see. This is more or less where we're working from for the most part. So I think if I just make a hole there, and then pop some scaffold down here. Hopefully I can just go up here and I can be like, oh yes, yes, and then I can go on to the next bit. But the thing is that I want to be on the outside, like here. So let's put that going up. And let's just chop that bit off the top. Right, now, before we continue going up and up and up, I'm going to clear out my inventory, get the bits that I definitely need for this next part, because I'm going to need the dispensers, I'm going to need the water buckets, and the water, so I'll bring them with me, and I'm going to need the observers, in addition to all of the cobblestone. Okay then, so you can see here our spawning catching platform, and I've actually moved the spawn pad because I forgot there needs to be a gap between the player and the spawning pads of at least 24 meters. So just beneath there I measured, and the new spawn pad is just here. Now that does mean that we can't have the 10 spawn pads that I said we'd be able to get up to, but I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is number 5. So we kind of got our minimum 5 that I wanted to have. So we'll put this last one in, and then I will put the timings on the top. So, no, we don't want that. It doesn't take too long to just pop in this, and there we go. Just put it out to the end. So, I'm just going to put... I'm going to put some no, not fireworks. Torches. I'm going to put torches in there, and then if we see torches being dispensed on the ground, we know the system's working. Okay, so I will build a roof for this. Now this roof eventually is going to have another pretty roof on the top. And I think for now I might actually put torches up here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, actually. I suppose this wants to be non-spawning, so I might put slabs up here, or carpet, just to stop the spawns. But this is almost big enough for us to be able to do the timing circuit, and then we can just get it running and see if it works. And hopefully everything will be fine. So, if I put dust on top of there, and we can have over here a comparator. Bit of dust going into the comparator with a repeater line like this, and we'll go to here, and then we'll have a repeater line coming this way. I think this might be a little bit quick, so I might need to extend it. But the idea here is to test it, so let's have a look. So if I put that into subtract mode, if I haven't already, and put the source there, it should slowly fill up. And of course, redstone at the end. And then slowly... Brilliant! Okay, so if we nip down here, yeah, every time that changes state, we get a tick and we get a torch, which is brilliant. Okay, so we want to now replace the torch for buckets, and that should now dispense water there, water there, water there, water there, water there, and then the water should dry up, dry up, dry up. Oh. Is it working? No. My goodness, it's going crazy. That one's working. What's going on? One. Well, I figured out what the problem was. I had the well, I had everything wrong. Well, not everything. I just had the dispensers and the observers wrong. So what you actually needed to do... Here we go. So this one's correct. So what you need is the observer sticking down and the dispenser in the floor. If you do it the way that I did it, the observer is looking at the water height level, not whether a dispenser was triggered. Swap them round, and now we're looking at whether a dispenser has been triggered. So there's a dispenser in the floor just there. Can you see it? Just there. So then if I come in really close, crouch down, place an observer, that observer is going to activate when the dispenser is, and the pulse is going to then activate this dispenser here, which has the bucket in. So I just need to nip down one more level, and we should have that sorted. Okay, do it here as well. Is that pointing downwards? No. It's quite difficult. It's quite dark as well. Right, stand close, crouch, and there we go. That's pointing the right way. So in theory, now if I head up to the top and restart the clock, these... Oh, no, 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 no. Oh my goodness, stuff's spawning everywhere already. Okay, well, there we are. Let's restart the clock. Now, I'm not sure this clock's long enough. I think it's a bit short. So what we can actually do is, while we're up here, extend the clock. So I think on this very top level, we'll have to put a couple of torches. How have I not got torches with me? Am I actually going to have to try and reduce the spawns up here by putting redstone torches down? That is a little bit silly. I suppose I could just like flood it with dust or something. Yeah, actually that would work. Just cover it in redstone dust. I mean, I don't have enough redstone dust to do that, but never mind. Let's give it an extra couple. I've got plenty of repeaters to do it. Okay. Quickly before the next pulse. There we go. That should be long enough now to flush all those mobs off those spawning platforms. And you know what? Just to make sure nothing spawns up here, for now, until we build the actual roof, let's take away all the spare stuff. There we go. Let's get rid of all this. All that. Don't need it. This is all... And hopefully the water will actually push it out to various places. Okay. So I'm just going to take that block off there. There we go. So there's our first spawning platform. Nothing will spawn up there at the moment. It's daytime and we haven't got a roof on this yet. But you can see that all the water is on these pads now. Now the water's gone again. And the water will come out after a few moments. Push all the mobs off. And once all the mobs are off, the water will go away and allow the mobs to spawn again. Fantastic. We've got too much mossy on the hotbar, so we'll take that off. So we've got 1 mossy, 2 cracked, and the rest stone. Perfect. Okay. We'll come upstairs because this is where the wall wants to start, and I'll press the button on my mouse which frees my scroll wheel, and then I can just scroll wheel round, put in these blocks in like this, and I've just realised that I'm actually doing it slightly wrong because this one, and let's see if I can not lose it, that one, oh well, 2 doesn't matter I suppose, are not in the right place. We're not having a full zigzag, we just need one like this, and from the outside that will look perfectly beautiful. Okay. Is that right? I think this is right. Let's just have a look here. So 1 there, yeah. Now I need to remember the pattern that I did for this. So I'm pretty sure I did water, 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 skip 1 water, skip 1 water, skip 1 water. Then water like this. Skip 1. So this means now if any mobs drop down, they're going to survive the drop rather than just killing themselves. And I have to get this placement right. Otherwise... Yep, that looks good to me. That's all flowing in one direction there, good. Okay. If I don't get this right, I could end up just filling this whole thing. Which I don't... Oh, is the bamboo going to go? No, I don't think the scaffolding is going to go. And then... I might have to just leave a little gap here. And this should be the last one. Cool. Oh, we've got a little gap there because of this, because of it being slightly off center. Oh no, wait, no, yes. Oh, it'll be all right. If they're on this side, I could always bring it in 1. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. Leave it like that for now. This will need a little bit of water here when I've taken this out, but I'm going to leave it in for now so I can carry on. And you know what? I need to make sure I've got a bucket of water or 2 in my box. There we go. Well, Here we go. The last bit of wall to go all the way around, and on the last bit of wall I have run out of mossy stone right round the last bit. So I think we got our estimations pretty much bang on, and we may even run out of cracked stone as well. I know we had a bit extra. Nearly there. Last 3. There's a cracked one gone in, and we're up. So we're up to the top. You can, from up here, you can see the different spawning levels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 5 of them. You can see the timing circuit on the top here with the water that splashes out that comes down all the levels. I need to go and get the stuff for the roof, and then we'll close it all down. But well, here we are, folks. The roof isn't quite right, but you know what? I'll sort that out for next time, because it's night time, which means we should start getting some things coming down here. Now I just need to have something to eat, and then we should have some spawn up there very soon. So because it's night time, the light level up there should be... Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness, he can see me. So normally there'd be a chest here. So I wouldn't be able to get that close. So, oh my goodness, I can walk inside that. That's not a good example. Chest. No chest. Any wood? Any wood? No. Okay, in that case, we'll just put a couple of pieces of cobblestone as a placeholder. There you go. Now you can see that I can get down here and I can get at the things that I want to be able to kill. So there we are. XP, items and loot all coming through. Absolutely lovely. And there's probably a few bits and bobs of scaffolding in there as well. Yeah, all bits and rubbish that I've accidentally dropped into the system. Now I don't know whether we'd be able to get more spawns or faster spawns with anything any different, but we've certainly got a number of them coming through here, and if we just pop up here we should be able to just have a little peek into the room. You can see that there's a skelly on the edge there that doesn't want to go in, but he'll slowly get damaged by that edge there. Oh cool, let's go down out of the way. So yeah, lots of mobs coming in through there, and we can turn on the automatic crusher and just get a bunch of items. AFK here, job's done. Now I don't know what the spawn rates are like yet, but I would hope that we're looking pretty good. We're getting bones coming in quite nicely there. You can see we've got some arrows. You know, 6 there, 14 gunpowder. Some string already, and a spider's eye, and it's all coming down. Okay, I like it. Okay, yep, this is good. We're getting a nice steady flow of mobs. Well, there may be things I can do to tweak this and make it even better. Now, of course, at some point I'll be putting the outside wall on the bottom of this tower as well, so we'll have a floor coming from the landing room across, and then the tower will come up from there up to the top. But the main casing is done, the mechanics is done. I'll put a nice little room for me to stand here in and watch all my loot come flowing in. Here we are, some more arrows there, gunpowder, string, absolutely fantastic. Well, there'll be a nice little supply of loot, and that's all for now. Now, yes, it is a little bit ugly, but don't worry, that's part 2. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.